Yes, $1,300 stimulus checks are going out to millions of Americans, but not everyone. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know, as well as clarification right here in the video. Let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to specifically focus on $1,300 stimulus checks that are in fact going out to millions of Americans, but I do want to emphasize not everyone. Now, over the last couple days here, I've had a number of you down below in the comments section on previous videos reaching out saying, I heard stimulus checks are going out to millions of Americans. Who is going to be getting them? When will they be getting them? Can you clarify who is going to be getting them? How much exactly it's going to be? When are these going out? And what are all the details about this? I want to know if I'm eligible. Now, these are really good questions. And again, I want to focus on all that right here in this video because, as I've said before in other videos, it is my dedication and my promise to you and everybody here in the community to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, and transparent information every single day in these videos. Now, again, I want to emphasize these are not going out to everybody, but they are going out to millions of people. Let's get into it and talk through the details. However, really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. There's the big old subscribe button down there. I'm here for you right by your side every single day, doing all the research that you don't need to and breaking it all down into these short videos. Also, right down below the video is the like button, the thumbs up. Make sure to hit that as well. It gives me feedback on videos like this to better understand if this is something that you like, if you want me to keep talking about something like this, if I'm on point with this information, as in fulfilling the needs and the questions and concerns that you have, things like that. It gives me, again, feedback so I can better understand what you need here in this community, and again, what I can continue doing for you right here in these videos. So again, make sure to subscribe, like the video down below, and let's get into it and talk about the $1,300 checks that, yes, are going out, but yet not nearly to everybody. In fact, not even close. A very small percentage of the population. All right, so let's clarify here. There's 2 states out there right now that are sending out checks. In fact, most of the people within these states have probably already received the checks as well. So if you're located within these states, you probably already got your check. However, maybe not everybody, but I want to point this out really quickly. All right, so let me talk you through the 2 states. I'm going to talk through one at a time in alphabetical order. Obviously, there's only 2, so it's not that hard to do. But again, I will clarify exactly what these checks are. Now, I want to point this out as well. There are other states out there right now that are talking about different rebate checks and inflation relief checks and all kinds of things like this. There are other states out there, but these are the ones that are approved, and these are the ones that are actually going out. Now, again, I will continue watching the other states out there. Anything that gets approved, of course, I'll bring it to your attention. But as of right now, as they talk through the details, there's really no point in emphasizing it or making a big deal about it until it's actually passed, right? So these ones that I'm talking about here are passed and they are going out. They are a real thing. All right, so let's first talk about the first one here is Alaska, okay? In fact, this is not even a stimulus check. Now, for anybody out there saying, this is a stimulus check, no, it's not. It is the annual dividend payment from the state of Alaska, okay? This goes out to nearly every single Alaska resident. It goes out every single year. It's been going out since 1982. So what is that, 41 years or something? Yeah, so it's been going out for since 1982. It is the annual dividend. So this is what it comes out to. In fact, it's not even $1,300. To be exact, it is $1,312 is what it is, okay? So that is what it comes down to. So this is a payment that Alaska residents have become to reliant on, and a lot of people really, really look forward to this payment. Again, it's just a payment that goes out to Alaska residents each and every year. It's just a dividend payment from the oil fund in that state. And again, that's what it comes down to. So it's not a stimulus check, not even close, but it is rather a dividend payment. So pretty cool. I mean, seriously, if you're in Alaska and you get that, that's pretty awesome. And let's be real. How many other states are doing something like this? The answer is none. None of the other states do anything like this, okay? So one of the cool things about living in Alaska, I don't live there, never been there. I would love to go. It'd be super fun, but that's one of the perks of living in Alaska, apparently. So pretty cool stuff. So that is one right there, okay? Next, state of Minnesota. Okay, if you live in Minnesota, you probably already got your check, but this is what it comes down to. This was actually passed in the state legislature a couple months ago, but these checks started going out actually a couple weeks ago in late September. Now, as I film this video, we are in early-ish October, okay? As a result of that, these payments should have already been received in your account. You can get up to a maximum of $1,300. What is the math about this? Now, not everybody gets $1,300. Let me break down the details for you. It is $260 for an individual, $520 for a married couple, and up to $1,300 for a family of 5. So for an individual and for, again, an individual, $260, a married couple, $520, and then again, a married couple with 3 dependents could be eligible for $1,300. That is what it comes down to. Now, this is just for those individuals that have income within the thresholds that are actually identified by the legislation that actually passed this, which, by the way, according to my research on this, about 2.6 million residents in the state of Minnesota will be getting these payments. Now, again, I don't know what the population of Minnesota is, but they said 2.6 million people in that state would be getting these payments. So whatever that happens to be. Again, maybe it's, 50% of the population, something like that, around there, roughly. I'm guessing the population is around 5 or 6 million, something like that. But again, that's what it comes down to, okay? So these are the $1,300 checks that are going out. Now, this one, is this even technically a stimulus check? I wouldn't even call it that. It's more like a tax rebate. It's basically what it comes down to, which, by the way, it's based on 2021 tax returns, okay? 2021 tax returns. So if you're located in the state of Minnesota, you may want to look into this, okay? If you did not file a state tax return in 2021, you may want to look into that. Even if your income is 0 or your income is low enough where you do not need to file a state tax return. Again, by the way, quick disclaimer, this is not accounting advice. This is not tax advice. This is not legal financial advice in any way, shape, or form. You should talk to your professional about that. I am not that person, okay? However, I want to make this very clear. If you did not file a tax return for tax year 2021 and you're located in the state of Minnesota, you may want to think about doing that. Why? Even if your income is 0, guess what? 0 is well within the thresholds of the income that you need to have in order to be eligible for this, which, by the way, I believe it is $75,000 for an individual and $150,000 as a married couple. 0 is well below that. Therefore, you would probably be eligible. Now, again, don't quote me on that because I don't know your personal situation. Everybody's situation is very different, but you may want to look into that. And again, if you have a professional, as in a CPA, an accountant, again, you might want to talk to them about that. However, you got to think of it this way too. If you are an individual, $260, if you pay an accountant, say, $200 to prepare a tax return, well, now you're not really left with anything. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. However, if you have a professional where you can make a quick phone call and say, hey, would I be eligible for this if I filed, stuff like that, they could probably advise you really quickly over the phone and probably wouldn't cost you anything. But again, you got to weigh the benefits on this too. If you're paying somebody a couple $100 to prepare a tax return, and then all of a sudden you only get $260, or $520 as a married couple and it costs you $300, again, you got to figure out what's best for you in your situation. Again, just simple math, just figure it out, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So anyway, this is what it comes down to. These are the $1,300 checks that are going out. In fact, they should have already been received by a lot of people from these 2 states, Alaska, the state of Minnesota, these 2 states. You should have already received these payments. If not, just hang tight. You should probably receive them relatively soon. But again, this is what it comes down to. Now, these are not going out all across the country. These are just within these 2 states. Now, like I said earlier, there are a handful of other states, maybe 4 or 5 other states out there that have talked about rebate payments, tax, inflation relief checks, stuff like this, okay? Again, I will continue watching that. They can talk about things like that all they want. But until something is passed through the state legislature, it doesn't really matter. It means nothing. Anybody can say anything, right? So again, that's what I want to bring to your attention. So this is what it comes down to. So if anybody out there right now is saying, oh, they're passed across the entire country. No, they're not. No, they're not. Look it up if you'd like to. You can easily find this information online. That's where I find everything. When I do research, I find everything online. That's exactly where I find it. So I have a variety of sources. I have about 20 to 25 different sources that I look at every single day where I find this information. So again, by all means, go for it and look it up if you'd like to. The Alaska Oil Dividend Fund, check. You can look that up. You can easily find that online. $1,312, and Minnesota, the rebate checks, look that up as well, $1,300 maximum for a household of 5, okay? Anyway, hope this helps you out. Again, leave your comments, your questions, your concerns down below. I hope this helps you. Subscribe down below. Again, make sure to hit that thumbs up down below. Gives me feedback on this. If I'm doing a good job, if I'm terrible at this, whatever, it helps me out to better understand if I'm serving you or if I'm just, doing whatever I can here. So I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. I know that it is a super weird time right now. I know it's a tough time out there. I know a lot of people need more money right now. I wish there was something we could do about this. I wish we could flip a switch and legislation, have everybody eligible. But unfortunately, that's not the case right now, okay? Hang tight. So, some things are happening right now. The economy is down the tubes, and it's getting flushed pretty quickly. So anyway, I'll continue to keep you posted. Make sure to subscribe, share the video, go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one, and I'll catch you again later.